Hello everybody, it's me Roscoe and welcome to the latest instalment of Game Day, and I arrived at St James's Park as Ipswich Town take on Newcastle United in the Premier League. It's a sunny day in the northeast, calm before the storm and all that, a quiet stadium as it stands, but it's going to be very loud, great atmosphere the Geordies will bring, and obviously Town fans up in the gods up there. So yeah, an interesting day to be had. Big shout out to my mum Liz, who is a Newcastle fan, so some bragging rights in the family. So yeah, obviously today Kieran McKenna's team could be relegated. Confirmation of that if Town lose today, and most likely they are going to get relegated today, which is a sad thing, but it's been coming, hasn't it, unfortunately. Obviously Newcastle, a very good team under Eddie Howe, won the Carabao Cup last month, in prime position to get in Champions League football once again. So yeah, it's going to be a tough afternoon with Kieran McKenna's team because of a lot of injuries. Be interesting to see what the lineup's going to be. So we're just going to get right into it. Hope you enjoy as ever. Normal stick. I found out there's some steak in the media room, so I'm going to go and get some food. Get ready to take some snappy snaps. My position is down here, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy. Let's do this. Okay then, food is very much in the belly. The team news has just dropped, and the Town fans are just filling up the away end just a little bit right now. I'm sure I'm an ant to them up there. But yeah, a long way up in the gods there. But yeah, food, if you're asking, it was a steak with a jack potato, and you can do whatever you want with a jack potato. There was beans, there was coleslaw, there was cheese, other bits and bobs you can add to it. I went with beans and cheese because that is solid. And yeah, the steak, peppercorn sauce you could add with it, so I did that too. And yeah, it was a bit well done, I have to admit. I'm a medium steak man, if you're asking. Let me know how you get your steak cooked. It'll be interesting to know how you do it. Do you do medium rare, medium, well done, which not for me, got to have a little bit of juice in it. But yeah, steak, solid. Get me ready, there's 90 minutes of football. There's also been 4 changes from Kieran McKenna in the team news from the Arsenal defeat. Interesting, no Axel Twanzebe. He's an absentee for this game. We'll find out a bit more, I'm sure, at full time. So Darragh O'Shea will be at right back most likely. Cameron Burgess and Luke Wolfland will be a partnership in the defence, so they'll be the 2 changes. And Jacob Greaves at left back, of course, Leif Davis suspended to take on his boyhood club. And Jack Taylor starts instead of Jens Kjustad, who's on the bench today. And Liam Delap is up top, replacing George Hurst. And Delap obviously got a lot of interest. Newcastle are one of those teams. So yeah, could Liam Delap be the man to score the goal today? We shall wait and see. But yeah, lovely day here in the northeast. Going to get ready to take some snappy snaps. This is my first time taking pictures here. I've been in that away end many times, but to be down here, I'm just looking forward to it. Hopefully some good pictures to be taken. Let's get right into it. Let's show you my pitchside view and see how the players do their warm-ups and stretches and all that jazz. Let's do this. Okay then, now with my snappy snap position, the boys are on the pitch. Kickoff. Referee just blowing the whistle. What an atmosphere here at St James's Park. Let's see what the first half has got in store. Let's go. Come on down. Okay then, half time, 1-0 to Newcastle. Second half has just kicked off. And yeah, just switched my positions. Ready to take some snaps to the second half. But yeah, Town, it's been a crazy first half, I have to admit. Ben Johnson sent off. Penalty awarded via VAR, a very soft penalty. But yeah, Isak, of course, stepped up and scored it. But yeah, a lot of drama in that first half. Town had a lot of chances against them. So second half, we'll just see what happens. 10 men. At least we're only 1-0 down. Second half, let's see what happens. Full time here in Newcastle. It's ended 3-0, and confirmation of relegation is confirmed, which we've been waiting for. And it's finally here, the final nail in the coffin. I'm here with Liv and Katie from Edinburgh. Last time I spoke to you was Bournemouth, and we won a game, which was a big surprise. But now, today, obviously, the day has come. Who would like to start? The game was the game, but we now know our fate. We're now going to be playing championship football once again next year. Liv, Katie, who wants to go? You go. Come on, Katie.
Yeah, like you said, the writing was on the wall. It was becoming a matter of when rather than if. There was a bit of a boost after the Bournemouth game, but honestly, I've reached a kind of complacency about it. It is what it is, and yeah, I can't bring myself to care too much. I'm gutted, but it's not that deep. No. We'll be back. We'll be better. We're better for it. there's a lot of positives to take. There's a lot of negatives this season. I think there's a lot that we could have done better, but there's a lot that we'll learn. And don't want to sound like McKenna, but yeah.
And big shout out to this is the Newcastle fans, obviously doing one Bobby Robson, which obviously that's our connection with the club. It's great. But yeah, Liv, a lot of negatives, but today, hopefully it won't be 22 years next time we're back in the Premier League. But yeah, thoughts?
I think we've got a good core of the team now. We're obviously in a far better position coming down this time than coming down last time.
Yep.
I did think the boys at the back were very good today, despite what the scoreline suggests.
And 10 men for the whole game.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, definitely. They really did focus. They did keep it as compact as they could. Obviously, when you've got the likes of Isak and Gordon running at you, it's a little bit different to maybe the quality that we have. I don't think that's a reflection on us. Obviously, our rise to the Premier League has been unprecedented. You would argue that we didn't necessarily want to come up last season. It was supposed to be a little bit of a longer project. As I say, we're in a better position this time. We just need to keep the mentality that we had last season. Hopefully we'll do it again.
And yeah, as Liv just said, we have got a project here. We've got great players. Obviously, Delap and a few others may leave, but still positives going into next season.
Yeah, I think someone behind me said there was at the end of the game there were 6 League One players on the pitch. That might that, and honestly there was a moment in, I don't know, it was maybe 85th minute-ish. They were linking up, and you could just see that spark we had is still there, and it might have been dampened a little bit this season, but we can get it back. I really think we can, and we just need to. It's the mentality and the attitude, and I think it will come back.
Definitely. And how were you feeling then when that full-time whistle hit, Liv? When you knew, because obviously we pretty much knew when the first goal went in for Newcastle that we're probably going to lose this. But yeah, being in the gods, how was that?
Oh, what a stadium, by the way.
Yeah.
Walking out to this, I think, is only kind of second to going to Old Trafford or Wembley. Amazing, what a ground.
Got a spider here.
Oh my God, we've got a
It's a money spider, isn't it?
That's good luck, surely.
That's good luck
for next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, an incredible place to come. We'll be going to maybe some slightly less incredible places next season. You know, the chance of Que Sera, we're going to Coventry. But you know, you can. Last time we went to Coventry.
Oh, that's brilliant.
What a game that's is.
Good.
So I don't know. We can do it again, surely.
That'll be alright.
Yeah, full time though. I mean, I remember being at the game at home against Birmingham when we got relegated last time. I mean,
that's bleak.
That was a sucker punch. Was. This time,
It didn't feel the same.
No.
It wasn't the same as going down.
Well, obviously, you know, the players clapping and obviously the fans clapping, but it felt like all together. It wasn't like, you know.
It wasn't like it didn't feel like a sigh of defeat. It was almost relief. It's like, well, it's done now. We can just focus on next season. There's no love lost.
Have a good fight, you know, game at Goodison.
Yeah, last time we'll go there.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, even chanting when the goals were going in. I mean, there's not been many times I've seen us really pick ourselves up while, you know, the Newcastle fans are celebrating. That's a good, you know, mentality from the fans to really get behind. McKenna, the boys, you know, seems that we're keeping McKenna. Obviously, we've got the new training, all that sort of stuff sets us in good stead. So hopefully, yeah, going forward, well, we're in a good position, but you never know.
Love it. Well, safe journey back and bring on the championship.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Jamie, thanks so much for joining me once again. It's been a while. Last time I saw you, probably, I can't remember, but the first time I actually met you was in Austria. And we're obviously getting ready for this Premier League sort of journey. Unfortunately today, my friend, it's ended with a 3-0 defeat against Newcastle United. Just your overall reaction right now as you left the ground?
It feels like you've been waiting for the inevitable for so long and it's finally happened, and it makes it no easier. I'm devastated, but I knew it was coming. As we all did, we all knew it was coming. Without being specific about the game, I think, you know, we were down to 10 men again. We could have had a bit more. We could have gone out with a bit more of a fight. The referee and the officials didn't allow that to happen today. But there lies another story. I think for us, looking forward, we've got a lot of positives to think about in the future. This season hasn't gone anywhere near as well as perhaps we thought it would have done. But we've got to stand here today, up here in Newcastle, and be proud. All the Newcastle fans, as we just walked out the ground, gave us a standing ovation. They were incredible. They clapped us out the stadium, and they were just here, weren't they?
They were. Yeah, if you watched the previous chat.
Only one Bobby Robson. So
all this
stuff we're back in, and everyone knows who we are again. So let's just go out for the next few games, see it out to the end of the season, and then reset in the summer and go again. But yeah, to say I'm not devastated would be a lie, because I am.
Yeah, and obviously 22 years ago, we obviously got relegated, and it took us a long time to get back. Hopefully, it's not going to be as long. I
was 26 the last time. I'm nearly 50 now. And when we met in the summer last year, and we had that wonderful summer pre-season, we came into the game walking out against Liverpool. All I ever said to my mates was, I just hope I see us play in the Premier League again. And seeing all those players, Sam Morsey, all those League One players, Connor Chaplin, walking out on that day was fantastic. So proud, never thought I'd see us here again. And to come to a place like this, Newcastle, and get relegated, well, where else would you want to get relegated? Nowhere, really. This is probably the only place you'd come to.
Well, obviously you never want to get relegated.
Well, you don't know. Of course, you don't want to. But if you're going to get relegated, this is the place to come to. I think. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying, Ross.
That's fine. It's hard. It's raw. We'll just just left the ground, and I'm sure you'll be travelling back. Big shout out to Faith.
She's over there.
She's over there.
Home and away. Once a blue, always a blue. Faisy.
Yeah, love that. But yeah, obviously it's still some positives. We're going to go to the Championship. Obviously it's still going to be a challenge. We're not just going to go straight back up. We're still going to have to battle. But we've got 4 games left to go. Just end the season.
End the season as best we can. See what we can do. Reset in the summer. Maybe add a few players to the squad. And then those young players like Jack Clark today got hooked again.
Yes.
I'd have taken Enciso off. Leave him on. Let him play. Give him a chance. Obviously a tactical decision. Enciso has something that Clark doesn't have, where he's trying to be a little bit more defensive and keep Newcastle out. But next season, players like Clark, Greaves, hopefully, and some of the other signings we've got will come to the fore, come to fruition. And instead of getting slapped every week and being up against VAR and refereeing and big stadiums like this, we can actually be the bigger club in the league, one of the bigger clubs in the league, and go and actually get some good positive results and be back in the positive place we were when we came up last season. We're a fantastic club. We're a fantastic team. The players we've got are incredible. McKenna's going to stay. Rumours about Delap staying, whether that's happening or not, probably not, but we'll see. That remains to be seen. But the future's bright. And I just said to the guy in there, 18 months ago, if someone said we're going to be in the Premier League come April 2025, albeit we're getting relegated, you'd never have believed it, ever believed it. So, yeah, I'm gutted. I don't feel positive right this second. But once I get in the pub, we have a beer and we start talking about next season, I'll start feeling more positive again. And I just wish all the Town fans that have been on the journey, have stuck through this thick and thin, all the very best, and well done to everybody sticking next to the club, sticking with the club, and being here today. If you were here today or you've been to all the home games, as many as you can be to, you deserve the journey we've been on, and our journey's continuing. So, very best to everybody. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's well said. That's well said. That's it.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, mate.
And the final man joining me is good old Liam from Crewe, my friend. It's been one hell of a journey. Just me and you, in general. Like from League One to the Premier League. Obviously, that status of Premier League Football Club is now ended, as we've lost today, and confirmation of us going back to the Championship today. How are you feeling about it?
I don't feel anything really. I knew it was going to happen, so it's kind of like it's not really come as a shock or anything. I'm not standing there crying into anything. We knew this was coming. I have to say that second half is just boring as hell. I mean, literally another game ruined by poor officiating again. Ben Johnson. It's just so naive for someone who's supposed to be the Premier League experienced player that was brought in. He's on the yellow. Don't do it. And
that was a soft first yellow,
Well, it is a soft first yellow, and that's where the officiating comes in the fact that surely the ref has to be certain that he's dived there to give him a booking, and he's like...
But then it's like, well, if he doesn't book him for the dive, then he has to basically give the penalty, but...
Well, it would have been a free kick, because that's where the problem comes in, because had it been a few yards further, it would have been checked by VAR, but because it's outside the box, it doesn't matter. But it was just...
like the gate,
It's just a game. At the end of the day, the result wouldn't have changed. The situation for Town wouldn't have changed.
Did West Ham lose?
Yes, they did.
God, we could have stayed up for one more game.
I don't think we could we?
No, if we won today, but obviously it wasn't going to
happen. But it's just it's another game that's just been ruined by a decision that's been made early in the game, and then the second half was just a non-event. I mean, we've paid our money to come up here to watch a game of football, and literally the second half was just a waste of time. It was just because look, the referee has to apply the rules of the game, but at the same time.
Oh shit! Are they coming this way?
No.
Okay, so
we're all right. We're
thought
all
about
right.
getting run over by a
But it's
4x4.
It's like last week. I mean, look, I'm not going to leave Davis. It was a red card, but again, so early in the game, and the second half is a non-event, and you've got so many people who have paid to go and watch that game. The second half, the Premier League goes on about how great it is, and yet that's 2 games in a row now where the second half has just been like. May as well finish the game at half time and just gone, right, let's everyone go and enjoy themselves.
We've been halfway back to Ipswich by now.
Everyone go and enjoy themselves, do something. It's like, but it's just, I mean, I had a laugh when the 5 minutes came up. I was like, what's the point in playing an extra 5 minutes at the end? But look, it is what it is. The season we knew was going to be like that. It was just a matter of time. For quite a few weeks now, we knew this was coming. So, but
the fat lady is singing.
I've always said though, the fact of the matter is, you look at there will be change, and obviously Liam Delap will definitely not be a Town player next season. There might be a few others that will go. There may be a couple that might get poached. I don't know. O'Shea might be the one that I would be most worried about, but I don't think there's that many that have really shown that they could be nabbed. So we go down with a reasonably good squad. We'll have the parachute payments, we'll get some money for Delap, I'm sure, even though not as much as I would have hoped for. And we go down in a much healthier state than the other two. Southampton will be looking for a new manager.
Leicester maybe as well.
Leicester are in even bigger trouble because, well, at the moment it's a complete utter car crash, Leicester City, and then obviously I think the EFL are definitely going to try and pin them this summer, so they could even get points deductions. And you look at the rest of the league, and there's a good chance, hopefully.
So you're telling us and telling everyone else that we're just going to piss the championship? Yeah?
No. No, we're not going to piss it, but I firmly believe that Town will be in a good, strong situation to be in the mix to go straight back up. And
well, you hope so. When you get relegated, you obviously don't want to be a Luton. You don't want to be that sort of team. Obviously, you know.
But I think the big difference there is that Luton have just had a really bad season, but they didn't spend a lot of money, have they? And a lot of their money has gone on this new stadium that they're building. So, but the Sheffield United and Burnley are the.
Sorry, little there. Just got medics there, just having better away fans all season. So, big shout out to you, Blue Army.
Sheffield United, Sheffield United and Burnley are the markers, and both of them have been in the top 3 pretty much all season. So, and I don't see any reason why Town can't be the same. Yeah. They won't piss it. Maybe.
My words.
We'll
My words.
But I think we'll be thoroughly competitive to be, again, right in the mix to go straight back up. But do we want to go back up in a year's time? Do we want to come back here? Not Newcastle generally.
I
love Newcastle.
Love Newcastle, yeah.
But just the Premier League. But maybe
that's the promised land. That's the goal, isn't it?
Well, but maybe a year of putting things back together again, and maybe a bit more experience in a year's time, more settled squad. Maybe have to make less changes then.
Yeah, big shout out from Dan behind the camera. Hopefully more wins at home.
More wins at home, of course. The only win at home, I wasn't even there. I've been at every home game this season, and the one game I was at home over Christmas, and they actually won. So maybe
you're telling us that you just don't go to any more home games.
Maybe I'll just give up completely. Yeah. Maybe I'll just stay at home and be a cheerleader behind the telly, be a couch fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun while it lasted.
Yep.
It's been great to visit,
new grounds to tick off.
Visit loads of new grounds for me and stuff, and that was pretty much what the season has become. Really, the chances of survival were long gone. I think for me it was Southampton. I think that day I think I knew that it was going to be.
I think it was maybe was it the Everton game or the Palace game where I felt. Their teams we need to aim to be like, and obviously Southampton was
at the end of the day we just haven't been good enough.
No.
That's the bottom line. There isn't any. Have been competitive. We have been close to getting results, but we didn't get them. So we weren't good enough to get them. So that's it. So as Paul looks at his watch, I'm rambling on.
Yes.
Time to go home.
Yes. Long trip back to Suffolk. But we've got 4 games left to go in the Premier League. Hopefully some good positive results from them. But Everton, that's a tricky game. Last trip to Goodison Park. And then who have we got? Brentford at home. Hopefully a win game. Obviously Leicester and West Ham, which will be the deadest of dead rubbers. But yeah, thanks for watching Game Day as ever. Final words? Keep it short.
We'll be back.
Oh! As quoted by Liam, we'll be back. See you next time. Bye for now.